what's going on? Okay, I'm back. Seems like I'm freezing up for some reason. Uh, I know our weather was bad, but God Almighty, come on, uh, come on. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about the Cowboys and we got crushed, man. We got crushed so bad that it exposed everything that we knew that we had. Although we got some of the mid-season trades and all those different things, but um, it worked against Philadelphia. It worked against the Kansas City Chiefs, two of the last two teams that were in the Super Bowl last year. But this particular team that we have, I think we waited too late to try to combat some of our faults, right? But we are still, let's say, we're top heavy down lineman wise, but everything on that back end, no, 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 no. But first of all, I'm just gonna say I'm giving Detroit credit because Detroit actually whooped our ass, right? They beat us real good. They did the thing that they were supposed to do. They did their job. Um, I thought Dak Prescott played a great game. I thought he was good. I thought he was good enough to win the game. Anytime you score 30 points and you're on the road, that is an indication that you can win. Um, a lot of times when we go out there and we do things and too many penalties, too many false starts, and all those different things that hurt you, uh, and you lose the ball game. That's a very good team, and we lost the turnover battle. We did win time of possession. Also, we lost C.D. Lamb. When C.D. Lamb went out, so you knew everything was going to be rolled over to Pickens. Now I hear everybody's bashing Pickens that he didn't put in no effort, he didn't do anything, he didn't do that. It's amazing how we can go from him being the best wide receiver in the league to a guy that didn't perform last night. But are we going to give Detroit any credit, or do we think Cowboys just supposed to go to any stadium, any game, and just beat the shit out of everybody? That shit doesn't work like that. We are who we are. We got a good quarterback. We got a good running game. We got great wide receivers, but we're not going to score every time we get the ball. As you notice, Detroit went down the field on us with no problem, but we still had more yardage than they did. It was just the difference. They're getting in the end zone. We kicking field goals. Of course, we got the best kicker it is in the league, probably in history. Could be the GOAT. But we're not going to win very many games kicking field goals. All the different things we did, even the Turpin issue, right? Is he going to call a foul catch or is he going to run it? Even Jake Ferguson. Ferguson, when you catch the ball, you're not getting us in the yak. So just trying to prove your manhood running over players and the ball is getting punched out from you. So we need to be focused. I caught the pass, I got the first down or whatever it is. Let me get down because here come three more guys trying to punch the ball out. Now everybody says Shotty got our coach. It was just one of those things that they scored touchdowns and we scored field goals. But then too, our special teams are terrible. The special teams are terrible. They've been giving up this kind of yardage every single game. I kept saying, where they at? Where they at? Where are they? Unbelievable of the way they was getting the ball. I guess the average starting position was the 45. When you're giving a good team a half a field to work with the entire game, yes, they're going to score 44. So that's where we have to be more focused. We have to call better plays. We have to play better defense. We have to tackle better. We have to do all those different things. It's Mr. Revel. I thought he was okay, right? Because he's a rookie, and those guys that's been in the league 3 or 4 years are not gonna let that rookie outdo them, right? But then too, we're playing zone. He's not a zone guy. I was I thought Bland didn't have a great game, but uh, some of that stuff Bland does, I just don't understand why he plays so far off of a guy. I don't understand it. Is it makeup speed or that he doesn't have anymore with all the injuries or what? But I think the way we was bashing T Diggs, we needed T Diggs last night. We needed him yesterday. Even though he might not be at his number speed, his number or capability, but just the experience, just the knowledge, just seeing things that are drawn up that he can adjust to and make something different. But we still have to be focused as a Cowboy fan. We can't keep bashing everything. I'm quite sure I haven't looked at all this stuff yet, but I guarantee everybody's blaming Dak Prescott, who doesn't play defense, who doesn't play special teams, but it's all Dak's fault. That's another thing the NFL needs to change. Is when the ball hit the goddamn receivers in their hand and the ball bounces off of them and they intercept. That's not interception. That should be another category, which I know we call them drops. But that's not the quarterback fault. The ball hit him where it needs to be. And sometimes I like to listen to 105.3 The Fan Dallas. They bring on different people. Let me see if they're back from commercial. Let's see. Hold on with me. Let's see. Can I get them to come on? Bear with me. Yeah, I guess this don't want to come on. But anyway, I don't know. Nine don't want to play. There we go. Maybe I wasn't hitting the button. Let's see what they're talking about.
Silverados, Tahoes, Blazers, Malibus, Equinox, and more. Visit ClassicChevrolet.com. This is Texas. This is Classic Chevrolet. Together, let's drive, relax, and enjoy the difference. Based on new Chevrolet registrations 2023 and 2024.
Thank you, Lucius. We're live at Tolbert Garage Door right off 30 here in Mesquite. We'll be here till 7 o'clock. Swing on by, get a Tolo back window decal, drop off a present there in the Toys for Tots bins. Sure would appreciate it. Thanks to Tolbert Garage Door for having us out here. If you have any garage door needs, just look them up, and they're going to fix whatever you need. Here's the Chief.
877-881-1053. Where have you taken some L's this week? More importantly, where have you gotten those personal victories? It's time for Biggest L, Biggest Dub.
Oh, yeah. Now listen here. It's time to toss things over to that silly twit, Eric Chia.
All right, they got so much stuff going on, but I wanted to hear them expand a little bit more about what the game was about. See, people got to understand, too, that CeeDee Lamb went out the second quarter. This gentleman was finna have a monster game. He had, 6 receptions for 120 yards. That was the second quarter alone. Now, just imagine if he'd have been able to stay in the game. They probably would have rolled the coverage over to him. Then maybe GP would have got a chance to get off. I'm just a little bitty frustrated with Ferguson, right? I'm just kind of frustrated with him, but my hat's up to Fournette. He did what he had to do. He kept us in the game, and we was close. We got the game down to 3, and then we turn around, kicks off the ball, and this guy still run the ball past the 50-yard line. I'd rather for us to kick it in the damn end zone, give it to him at the 40 if we're going to go through that. Come on, Cowboys, what are we doing? We got out damn coached yesterday with several things. Every time they needed a play, the Lions got it. Every damn time we had a chance to get out the field, we gave them the opportunity to keep going. We didn't make a stop. We played well the first quarter and a half. We did real well. The close game, everything was good. But then we started having the goddamn fumbles and the turnovers and all the pre-penalties, pre-snap penalties and all those different things that killed us. Then, too, I hate even talking about referees, but man, they killed us last night. I think the refs killed us so much last night that it broke all of our momentum. We wasn't able to do anything. So let me see. They supposed to be talking. Let's see if Stephen Jones is back on here. 105.3 The Fan. Let's see. 105.3 The Fan. Let's see.
popping off there starting at about 4 o'clock.
That's the great thing about going to these, like where they have, like you sit in the jockey clubs with all the simulcasts, and you got it from the
You just wall to wall.
You start on the East Coast, and you got Churchill Downs and all these, and then you swing across the country to get the West Coast tracks.
I think bucket list life goal is to be one of those.
All right, they still talking about other shit, but I don't understand the logic or everything that we have to do to win ball games. As of now, we still have a 8% chance. I think it's 8%. I think it is 8% chance to get in, but we have to run the table and we have to pray that we can win our division if the Eagles lose 2-3 games. And for me, I don't think the Eagles are going to lose 3 games. I think they'll lose 2, but I don't think they'll lose that third one. And we'll miss out because of the tie, right? Those games, and if the Cowboys don't make the playoffs, you have to look back to the Carolina game. You have to look back to the Cardinals game. You have to look back to those 2 games that we should be able to win those games with the talent that we have. But we got to still remember, people, fans, we still have to remember we didn't have anything on defense before we got Mr. Kenton Williams and Logan Wilson. Now I'm trying to figure out why Mr. Wilson's not playing. I don't understand that part of it. Why isn't he playing? And those are the things that I want to find out. Why Logan Wilson didn't play. But it's crazy. It's crazy. So let's check it out. Let's see what they're talking about.
To every
wow, it seems,
it
seems like they need to give you one with better service.
Yeah, they need to. They just any service, just any service would be nice. It's been bad, and it's only gotten worse. And so we try to remain positive, but it's difficult. I mean, think about it. Your Google Maps don't work. Like I'm driving here. I live in Fort Worth.
All right, I'm trying to listen to him, but that's the problem that the Cowboys have. We as fans. We praise us when we win, and then when we lose, everybody's a damn coach when we lose. Everybody's a goddamn coach. I even listen to the content creators. Dallas doesn't have all the great players. There's other young men that are out there getting paid to play football. Every game that we lose, now we want to get rid of so many different people. Everybody got to go when we lose. But when we win and we scoring touchdowns or we getting interceptions or we making tackles, they the greatest player it is in the world. So we got to understand that this is football. It's any given Sunday or Thursday night, right? Or Monday night, right? Sometimes Saturday nights, right? Sometimes Friday night. It's any given day on the NFL level. That doesn't mean that you're going to win every damn game. But when you stack up a team that the Cowboys have, offensively, you got Dak Prescott, you got Devontae Williams that's running the ball great, you got George Pickens that's over 1,000 yards. I'm probably sure CD is going to be over 1,000. But Jay Ferguson catch the ball whenever goddamn he's not having one of those terrible games. And his penalties killed us. His penalty, hands to the face, killed us because we had a PI down to the 2 or 3 yard line. Maybe we would have scored, but maybe we would have got a field goal, put us even more closer. See, those particular things change the whole rhythm of your game. Penalties. Now I'm gonna give one penalty that I didn't think that were 2. The roughing the passer on Jerry Goff was bullshit, and the goddamn offensive pass interference that they call on Jake Ferguson. There's no way there's an offensive pass interference. So I guess they assume because they didn't give them the safety that we're going to change the narrative of this game. They were sitting on the slants. They were sitting on all the shadow routes for the Cowboys. So I'm just trying to figure out how come we couldn't play. All they did was slug Ross on us all game. That's all they did. I don't think Goff threw anything over 15, 20 yards. Everything was slug routes, delay routes. They exposed our linebacker group. They exposed it. Of course, Overshawn, he's doing his best coming off a torn ACL. I don't know what K-Mark was doing or K9 was doing, Murray. I don't get that. Then we had Bale playing safety. Bale is one of the fastest guys on the team. But in pads, it's a different story with him. See, everybody can run when you don't have that weight on you. Now you got that weight on you. How your speed? How is your pickup speed? How is your catch-up speed? We're in a trailing position all night long. All we saw was the name on the back of the jerseys for the Dallas Cowboys on defense. That secondary is crazy. That is a crazy secondary. That doesn't make any sense. That we are still fighting the secondary part of our team. And it's crazy. Let me see if these guys back on, see what they're talking about.
The car, not the kid.
Tolo means turn it on and leave it on. Thank you for making 105.3 The Fan and the Odyssey app part of your day every day.
This is Andrew Bogish with an Odyssey Sports.
All right, another commercial. But it's just the idea, man, that we have to play better than what we play. We have to be road warriors. I don't think we won a big game on the road in years. And I just didn't understand it. We were able to kind of neutralize their running game, but they killed us in their passing game. Their backs killed us. The one run that Montgomery had straight up the gut. Come on, baby. We got who's in the middle? Somebody has to make that tackle. Somebody has to make that tackle. And I just don't understand where our middle linebackers be. I don't understand where they are. Was it that the down linemen wasn't holding up the line to where our linebackers can make these tackles? I need to know why Logan Wilson is not playing. He's supposed to be a tackling machine. When is he gonna become that tackling machine? Guys, we got to run the damn table. We have to run the damn table. If we don't run the table, we are done. And it's pretty much at the point we are done. Because if you guys know the Cowboys, you know their history. We'll probably beat the Vikings. We'll probably lose to the Chargers. Then we'll probably go beat the shit out of the Commanders and the Giants. At least the Giants. Let me just say the Giants. Out of these next 4 games, we'll probably beat the Giants. Because if the guys, they didn't give up yesterday. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. They did not give up yesterday. They played their ass off. The lines were just better. They were just more fluid on offense. I don't think they had any goddamn penalties on offense. I think they called one holding penalty at the very tail end of the goddamn game. But guess what happened the very next play? 19-yard completion. 19-yard completion. We don't have nothing on the back end. I'm just so disappointed in the back end of our defense. Bland played how he played. Other than that, there was nothing to be thankful for back there. There was no breaking up a pass. I think Goff just, if we had any kind of missed pass, Goff just missed it. He just missed the pass because I don't think anything hit the goddamn ground. My quarterback was getting killed, getting beat the hell up. We never made any adjustments to protect that. But once CeeDee Lamb went out the game, yes, it was what it was. We knew we was going to have trouble. Now, and I'm going to say it again, Fournette did a great job for us. Now we see who could be a number 3 for us, right? We can see who could be a number 3. I think with Pickens, if we bring him back, Fournette and CeeDee, I think we're great. I think we'll be okay. Now, do we need a splash running back? I don't know. I think Williams is doing a great job. I think Malik Davis, is given opportunity after opportunity, he can be a good back. He's always been that back. We just haven't gave him the opportunity. And I think his problem is picking up blitzes. I think that's his problem. I don't think he maybe pick him up is the reason why he doesn't get all those kind of opportunities. But everybody's bashing GP, and but our two offensive tackles have to be better than what they are. Still, you have to be better. You're a veteran. You have to set an example. We are good in the middle, center, two guards, left and right guard. But if it was me, I would take Tyler Smith, make him my left tackle. Then when his next draft come up, go get you one beast like Booker, man. Go get you another beast. Go get another beast like Booker. That way he'll have protection on the inside. We have been, since Tyron Smith left, we have been going crazy trying to find a left tackle. You remember we even brought in, what's the guy from the 49ers? Can't think of his name. He did an exceptional job for us as long as he lasted. I think he was 40 years old. So, I don't know. I just feel we are better than what we are. And until we get everything cleaned up, the penalties, the turnovers, the dumb things that we do. You sitting in a wide receiver position, and when you come off the ball and snap, the first thing you do, you hit a man in his face and keep holding on to it. Ferguson, first thing you do, you want to fight somebody, grabbing their face, putting your man. You see your hand up there, move your hand. Then interpret. You want to do a fake ass goddamn foul catch. Put us back in another hole again. What's the goddamn problem? Just catch it or foul catch it, man. Come on, man. You have to be better than what you are. Wow. And it's just so crazy. We allowed that, 5, 6. I think Detroit had 4 sacks in the last 4 or 5 games. They get fucking goddamn 5 sacks on the Cowboys, and we was praising this offensive line. But once again, any given Sunday, how can you be a left tackle? You've been fighting the same guy, the defensive end, the whole goddamn game, and then the ball snap, you looking at Gadir head like, what the hell is you looking at? Unbelievable. These people rushed 3 down linemen. Both of them was out wide 9. One was wide 9. Both of them was wide 9. And you still let the man get in there. But we have to be better because we have to make adjustments. We have to make those adjustments. Let me see if these folks back on. Lord have mercy. Let me see if they back on. Let's see.
That sequence at the end of the first half, I'm like, how is Amon-Ra St. Brown cleared? And we can't get Trayvon Diggs. Like, how is Diggs not ready after basically rehabbing for 7 weeks? He didn't miss those games because the knees were so bad. He was playing through that. He got the concussion. All of a sudden, he's out. Okay, he's going on IR. And now, he's, oh, cool. We're getting ready to have Trayvon Diggs back. Nope, sorry, not ready. I think this organization is being too careful, and I don't want to point fingers. I don't know who's responsible for it, but I think this organization is too careful bringing injured players back. It happened with CeeDee Lamb. Might have cost you the Carolina game. You saw last night Amon-Ra St. Brown, what a professional athlete with a sprained ankle can do in a week's time, right? And CeeDee Lamb's ankle, was it worse than Amon-Ra St. Brown? Was it less extreme? I don't know, but I do know Amon-Ra didn't try to come back in that game last week for the Lions, and CeeDee Lamb did against Chicago. He was like, yeah, just don't have it. And then he said, yeah, they're going to protect me from myself. Revel played one of the worst games for corner that I've seen.
Yeah, it was bad.
I mean, he should have picked off that ball in the third quarter if you just stick with the guy. I mean, that's I don't know. I guess he turned his head and looked at the quarterback for a split second. The receiver was gone. But if you're with that guy, that's an interception. We're going back the other way. Totally different game. The tripping on himself, the pass interference, like Revel should not be on the field for a team trying to steal a playoff spot in December.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point, and I don't think they're using him appropriately. When Broadus talks about him as a prospect and the way he was a press man corner, and you're probably not putting him in that type of position right now. But yeah, you have him out there in what is the biggest game of your season, and you're slow playing a guy like Diggs, and I don't know how much Diggs would really help you right now. But in hindsight, after watching that game, couldn't have been much worse than what those guys were doing. Even Bland, I mean, Bland was getting cooked.
I think
Bland got absolutely cooked last night. He got embarrassed.
And I know I'm a Revel apologist and all that, but
I mean, he's a rookie. There's still a bright future ahead.
Bland was far worse.
Terrible
in this
and
game.
he had a chance. One of his vintage undercut the ball, take it to the house pigs.
Yes.
Isn't able to make the play. The one on the sideline, though, is the worst play, where he's got Gibbs 2 yards shy of a first down.
That's going to be,
and
you make that tackle, just knock, if you can knock him out of bounds, they're punting. Yeah.
And I will say, big time props to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh, no, Gibbs, no.
His start-stop and the explosiveness and all that stuff. I mean, jumps off the freaking screen.
Yeah, a first-round runner that was worth it, maybe?
Yeah.
But he is also a really good receiver.
Yeah, he's a great receiver. You saw that throughout the game as well. His explosiveness, that was a huge takeaway. If you're not used to watching Detroit Lions games, who the hell is number 0?
Yeah.
Because that dude is a freak show. But not only was it the juke where he breaks the ankles in a way that is like, I don't even know how you can come back from that. And then it's like on the other sideline, I'm going to stiff arm you, Deron Bland, to the ground. I am your daddy. And then St. Brown is beating the heck out of him. Jameson Williams. And again, that's another explosive dude with the start-stop stuff that is like next level. But Bland couldn't do anything last night other than one tackle in the backfield, which cool. But it was just, and it's not like he's a guy that you question his effort and all those sorts of things. It's just you were undressed.
Yep.
I thought the Lions ball carriers might have taken away his aggression last night. Like he was coming up like, oh, I don't want to lose you. I'm trying to tackle you. Yeah. And he's at his best when he's coming downhill and trying to hit somebody. But maybe he just felt like he was going to totally whiff if he did that against that.
There was a lot of that on the defense. It was a lot of let me wait. Instead of just attack.
Mm-hmm. And Kenneth Murray, come on,
100%. And the difference. I mean, you could see it, the difference in swarming to the football, gang tackling. Like the Lions didn't need a lot of gang tackling because they are a good tackling team. So it was one guy gets there, you're on the ground usually. But even if not, you've got a swarm of white jerseys flying to the ball carrier. Cowboys didn't have that.
And I stopped it there because I wanted to say that's what I didn't see. The Lions were swarming. They were making sure we wasn't going to get no extra damn yard. And here we are trying to fight 3 men, and we lose the football. They go down and score 7 points, and here we are. Damn it.
Completely.
Yeah. That was the
not
most
even
disheartening.
not even giving your linebackers a chance. Like that's supposed to be the strength of your team.
Yeah.
And your guys are getting totally blown off the ball. And I will never, for the life of me, understand why Matt Eberflus is putting Marquise Bell in single coverage with Jameson Williams.
Did it twice.
At no point should that ever even be a suggestion. And that happened twice last night. You got cooked.
Yeah, definitely. But I do think a lot of it is just not having good enough players.
The personnel hasn't been good. And it improved because you got Quinnen Williams, who's a badass, and it's great to have him now as a foundational building block. But that was very
But Kenneth Murray, you identified as a guy you wanted to go get.
Yeah.
You told us in the offseason you thought he was good, and we all looked at you like, are you insane?
Right.
Everybody knew it. You just paid him $20 million a year.
And I don't know how much better Logan Wilson is. He really hasn't showed up in a big way.
He's definitely better, but he's also not great. But he's better than what Kenneth Murray is. Now, Osa's contract, I think, looking back, he's only.
Well, they talking about all the stuff, which is great, but I just think Jason Ferguson. I think he's trying to do too much. He's pressing. He is pressing so damn much, and he's pressing too much. And I think that's our biggest problem. We are pressing, trying to improve, prove that we belong. I just think the Lions are a much better team. Um, their concept or whatever they was doing is just much fucking better than what the Cowboys are doing. Um, let's finish listening to these guys and see what they're talking about.
Other side, the fact that the Lions get 5 sacks after only having one over the last couple of weeks and not really even averaging one over the last month for any game. So after watching Terrence Steele get ghosted and Nate Thomas struggle, I think we all can't wait to get Tyler Guyton back. But really, I can't wait to get to next year in free agency and then in the draft to see how they address right tackle, because I think it's a big enough weakness right now that I would definitely be willing to use one of my first round picks. So I looked up Dane's list. I jumped on there. I'm looking at.
I think both tackles are weak. I think I'm just disappointed in Steele too, though. But no, Steele, he plays well. But so sometimes we have to understand what football is. Football is football, fans. Football is football. I mean, you're gonna win and you're gonna lose. You're gonna win and you're gonna lose. So when Dak grabs back and throws a touchdown, where's the Steele bashing then? But we couldn't get no goddamn stops. That's what the fucking problem was. No goddamn stops. Matt threw Eberflus. That's what his goddamn name is, Matthew. Come on, man. And then they get the ball at the damn 40-yard line every time we kick off the ball to them. Come on, man.
It's a big surprise, and honestly,
the Cowboys went into that game thinking, knowing about the injury, that he wasn't going to play.
But all those guys, like the linemen, we thought, okay, well, how good will they be? They all looked fine. They all looked really good.
They really did believe that St. Brown was not going to play in that game.
Yeah, and it had a big impact in some key moments. I don't think he was 100%, but he wasn't too far off. And salute to him for being tough. Now, the officiating was annoying. It didn't end up being as bad as I thought it was going to be when I looked at the box score at the end of the night. But it seemed like there for a lot of the second half, like you couldn't go any play and trust what your eyes had just showed you. But I thought the OPI on Ferguson 37 a first on DPI. I thought that was actually fair by the refs. That was because Ferguson's left hand comes.
It's just a tragedy. So, Cowboy fans, we are at a point now to where we have to win out. Don't give all hope until they tell we are exactly eliminated. And then we can start doing our draft and all that kind of stuff like that. So, but anyway, we still have a chance. We still got a chance to win. We can win out, and we have to pray that the Eagles lose 3 or 4, which is not going to happen because we have to make up the tie. See, those games, I'm going to say it again, the Green Bay game, the Carolina game, and the Cardinal games. We win those 3 games, we are in great shape. So we don't have anybody to blame but our damn selves. That's what the problem is. Our damn selves we have to blame. We always got these self-induced penalties that we have. I mean, I just don't understand it. I don't think did Detroit even go for a 4th down? I don't think they did. Their favorite thing is going for it on 4th down. They didn't even go. I don't think did they even get into a 4th down? How many times did they punt? Unreal. But folks, this is your man Jack Gill just crying about the Cowboys again. Well, we just have to keep on, man. We have to keep on grinding. That's just the bottom line. We have to keep on grinding. And Ferguson, hold on to the goddamn ball. This is your man Jack Gill Podcast, where everything is talked about. And remember, folks, don't let anyone tell you that you cannot succeed. You first must love yourself before anyone else can love you. Go Cowboys.